Hey folks, Levi here once again, welcome back to another video. Sorry guys, I know it's been like 2 weeks since I've done a video. I've just been busy during the weekends, so an old friend from high school, his father recently passed away. Last weekend I was just tired, had some things to do. But anyway, again, I hope you enjoyed my revisit review of X-Men 2000. Now, as you know, I've been doing a superhero marathon on my channel. Again, hi, my name is Levi McNally. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Appreciate you stopping by and watching. I always appreciate it. Thank you guys for the 433 subs. I know hopefully we'll keep on growing. I'm glad it, keeps on going slowly, but I hope it keeps going. I'll be off work for a little bit. I got some PTO time off, so maybe either on Mother's Day weekend, around my birthday time, I'm planning to do some videos. So I'm gonna try. This weather's gotten hot lately. Yeah, it has been getting hot lately. Anyway, I've been on for my superhero marathon, I've been on the 2000s era of superhero movies. I've been reading superhero movies 2000 to 2009. So, and now I'm on the year 2002. 2002. Yeah, 2002. Starting with, this film came out in 2002. This is a sequel. The first one was 1998, and that is, of course, I'm reviewing Blade 2. Yeah. I love this movie. This is definitely an underrated sequel, in my opinion. Blade 2 is awesome. Love this movie. So the first one came out in 1998. This was a time... Sorry, to show you some movies and stuff. The Blade game, 2 video game on Xbox. Yeah. Yeah, little clips from the movies. From the Blood Pack, Ron Perlman, who's in this movie, he's awesome. Yeah. Some of the characters in the film. Yep, let me just... Yeah, chapter, yeah. Chapter stops, or chapters when you... Cool picture of Blade here. Yeah, I love that picture. But yeah, like I said, this is an awesome sequel, in my opinion, definitely underrated. Now again, thanks to the first Blade movie, because at the time in 1997, you had Batman and Robin, Spawn, Steel, took Power Rangers movies. Those movies were terrible. And superhero movies then, I love the Phantom and some other super movies that came out in the 90s. Some of them did well, but a lot of them were not doing well at the box office. And even though I like Batman and Robin, 1997 was not a good year for superhero movies, so therefore they made Blade. Marvel was Blade's biggest hit. Yes, there's been other Marvel movies, plenty that I reviewed in the 80s and 90s. But their biggest hit was the first Blade. And then, of course, you got X-Men 2000, And then, of course, Blade 2. In the same year, Spider-Man came out, starring Tobey Maguire, directed by Sam Raimi. That came out. So this was a time when Marvel was doing pretty well. I'm not going to say in the 2000s every movie they made was great, because the movies they made were terrible, during the 2000s era. But this is before we got the MCU. This is way before we got Iron Man, way before that came in 2008, way before that, But Blade 2 is an awesome sequel, so let me get to it. Yeah. So superhero movies were at this time were doing well, I would say, yeah. Turn my light on. So I'm keep it going. I can't control the sunlight. Yeah. Anyway, production, still making of the movie. The film did get mixed reviews, though. I'm just praying for its performance. I don't know why they complain about the script, but anyway. Film is success of the original film. New Line and Marvel made plans for a sequel in 1999. Goyer had planned to use Morbius, but Marvel wanted to keep the character for a franchise of his own. Goyer compared the story to The Dirty Dozen. Guillermo del Toro was hired to direct Blade 2. A New Line. Production and President Michael Dulaco. He did a great job directing. He also did the 2 superhero movies, that was Hellboy and Hellboy 2: The Golden Army. And funny, Ron Perlman, of course, played Hellboy, and he's in this movie. So he also made The Shape of Water. Like I said, he directed 2 other superhero movies, Hellboy Hellboy 2 and Hellboy 2 The Golden Army. The first one which came out in 2004. So a couple years after this. After Stephen Norton turned down the offer to direct the sequel, Goyer and Frankwell both admired director Corman and believed his dark sensibilities to be ideal for Blade 2. Frankwell first met Delore when he very first designed the company Imaginary Forces did the title sequence for Mimic. I admired Mimic and got to know Gollum more throughout the film. Both David Goyer and I have been fans of his since Corners, and were enthusiastic about him coming on board. Gollum is such a visual director and has a very strong sense of how he wants a movie to look like. When you sign with someone like Gollum, you're not going to tell him what the movie should look like. You're going to let him run with it. Like Goyer, Del Toro has a passion for comic books, and Goyer was award-winning on comic books as well as I was. I was a huge comic book collector. My brother and I had about 12,000 comic books that were assembled when we were kids, so I know my background. Taylor Studio provided computer-generated visual effects, including additional double of some of the characters, while Steve Johnson and his company FX were hired to create the prosthetic makeup and animatronics. Del Toro was tired of the romantic concept of vampires being tortured. Victorian heroes. I wanted vampires to be scary again. Del Toro chose not to alter the script too much from the ideas created by Goyer and Snipes. According to Del Toro, I wanted the movie to have a feeling of both a comic book and Japanese animation. I resurrected those sources and read them again. I did most of the dailies from the first movie. I really grabbed about 4 boxes of tapes and went by every single tape of beginning to end until I perfectly understood what the language of the first film came from. I studied the style of the first one and think Norton used a narrative style he worked. His work is very talented, a legend. Stepping back into Blade's shoes was a challenge, was his Snipes replied. I love playing this role. It's fun. As an actor to test your skills as doing a sequel, to see if you can recreate something that you did before. Peter Frankwell added that Wesley is Blade. So much of his character is invented by Wesley, and his instincts are spot on. He takes fighting, his weapons, and attitude very seriously. He's incredibly focused, but he's also very cool and fun. Del Toro said that Wesley knows Blade better than David Goyer, better than me, better than anyone else involved in the franchise. He would intuitively know what the character wouldn't go do, and every time he twists something around, something better would come out. Filming took place in the Cinema Republic at British Studios and Burma Studios, as well as London from March 12th, 2001, and concluded on July 2nd the same year. Blade 2 for the soundtrack. Good soundtrack. I really loved some of the music score. Again, some rap music in there, which I did enjoy. The DVDs have some deletions. You have some special features and talking about the making of the movie and stuff. On this is a new line, Pyman edition or edition of the movie. The Blu-ray version was released in 2012. Blade 2, of course, had a video game. I guess to promote the movie, to market the movie. Of course, they had trailers, TV spots for it. But you also had Blade 2 also had a video game, just like the first movie, for PlayStation 2 and Xbox. Yeah, these are some of the graphics of the game. Already dated. Blade 2 is an action beat-em-up gameplay for a third-person perspective. The player controlling Blade's movement. The gameplay focuses on melee combat, although it does allow the use of firearms. Combat is controlled. The player moves to the state and direction in which they want an attack, and Blade punches or kicks in that direction. The player has no choice what kind of attack Blade is, only the direction in which he attacks. Blade can also block, chain attacks together into combos, and major force in the game is fighting slowly and charges up Blade's greater rage immediately through 3 levels: sword, shield, and strength. If the player activates rage move on the first level, Blade will take out his sword and use it for a limited amount of time. If activated on the second level, Blade uses his sword and becomes invincible. If activated on the third level, Blade uses his sword, becomes invincible, and increases strength. Blade, at the start of the game, Blade is equipped with only a matched pistol, but as the player advances, he can unlock other weapons in accessories: shotgun, blade, stronger body armor, silver knuckles, youth grenades, and serum to increase Blade's health regeneration. It actually takes place after this movie. Yeah, but I'm not going to read all that. If you want to read all that, just go on Wikipedia for Blade 2 the video game. I'm not going to read it, so. Yeah. And of course, there was a sequel, Blade Trinity, that was also directed by David S. Goyer. And David S. Goyer, he would also go on to write the script for the Dark Knight trilogy with Christopher Nolan, starring Christian Bale. Yeah, Blade Trinity eventually, yeah. But the film was directed by Guillermo del Toro, written by David S. Goyer. He also wrote the script for another Marvel movie that came out in 1998 that I reviewed already, starring David Hasselhoff, and that was Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. He also did the script for Batman vs Superman and Man of Steel, I think, yeah. But as a director, he's not good. As a writer, he can be good, though despite I do think Dark Knight trilogy is overrated, in my opinion. Like I say, I'd rather watch Blade 2 than the Dark Knight trilogy, but that's just me. Sorry. It's based on Blade, and Blade was created by Marv Wolfman and Gene Coleman from the Marvel, and of course he's a Marvel character. I've already talked about Blade in the first movie, his history. So it's produced by Wesley Snipes, Peter Franklin, and Patrick Ballmer. The cinematography by Gabriel Thurston. Now he's done cinematography for some TV shows and other movies, and movies like Blade 2, SWAT, Blade Trinity. He did the Shaggy Dog, Street Kings, The Beekeeper, which was a new movie with Jason Statham that came out this year. Edited by Peter Matsuis. Its music is by Marco Polento, which is really a music score. He did the music score for Scream 2. Not for the first Blade, but he did the music score for another superhero score called The Crow of Salvation, Scream 3, and of course the first Scream. Yeah. Joyride, starring Paul Walker and Steve Zahn. Terminator 3: Rise of the Machines, he did the music score for iRobot. Hellboy, which was also directed by Guillermo del Toro. We're doing the music score for Hellboy 2: The Golden Army. Let's see. Nope. Okay, well, anyway, he did the music score for Live Free Die Hard. Joan Hex, another superhero movie, or superhero based on Halloween. That film was not good, in my opinion. Good Day Die Hard, The Wolverine. Yeah. And Silent Night. This is shot at New Line Cinema. It was released March 22nd, 2002. It's 117 minutes long, about 1 hour 57 minutes long. Almost close to a 2-hour one, but it goes by, well, at a good pace. But anyway, the budget of $54 million and the box office had made $155 million worldwide. Wesley Snipes plays Eric Brooks. Blade for the cast, Wesley Snipes as Blade. Yeah, he's done a few action movies. I'm not going to mention Expendables 3, that was terrible. Sorry. Chris Christoph as Abraham Whistler. He returns. He's in a few movies. Ron Perlman plays in this movie as Dieter as Reinhardt. Royal Perlman, of course, going to go play in not a Marvel character, but a Dark Horse kind of like superhero that was a Hellboy. And he was in that TV show Sons of Anarchy. And he did a movie called Fluke and Alien Resurrection. Leonard Sepulveda as Naso Damascus. Can't say her name right. Beautiful actress though. Haven't seen her in anything else. Norman Reedus as Joshua Verma, Scud. Oh, he's from The Walking Dead. Not really into The Walking Dead, but that's just me. But y'all should probably know Norman Reedus if you're a Walking Dead fan. There's no I live here in Georgia, but in Atlanta, well, Atlanta's the capital, of course, of Georgia, and Atlanta, I think they filmed some of the episodes of Walking Dead there. Thomas Coachman as Eli. I think I remember him in Wanted. He was in King Kong 2005 as Kevin Englehorn. Luke Goss as Jared Nomak. He was in Hellboy 2, The Golden Army. Matt Shkalosh as Chupa. Oh, okay, yeah, Chupa. Yeah, he's known for his role as Vince, and he's from the Fast and Furious movies. Danny John Trolls as Acid. He was in Labyrinth. Little Shop of Horrors. Donnie Yen is in this movie as Snowman. I think Donnie Yen was in Shanghai Nights. Yeah, he was okay with Jackie Chan. He was in Bull One, but, in John Wick Chapter 4, IP Man movies, which I've never seen each of those movies. But I basically just remember seeing him in Shanghai Nights. Now, I'll turn my light on. Carol Werman as Carol Kerman. He was also on he worked with the director again. He also worked with the director of this movie in Hellboy. He was in that movie. Demas Crawford as Lighthammer. Tony Garner as Priest. Where is that? Let's see. Oh, he was the Invisible Man in League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, which that also was another superhero film. Flight of the Phoenix. Yeah. Yeah, with Dennis Quaid. He was in X-Men First Class, but I can see it's a small part. He was uncredited, but he was in Thor: The Dark World, but he was uncredited. Santiago Segura as Rush. Alright, so for the plot synopsis of this movie is that this film takes place about 3 years, I think, after the first movie, or 2. Yeah, again, Blade 2 takes place 3 years. The film follows the human vampire Blade and continuing to ever to protect humans from vampires to kill vampires to get his revenge on them. But Blade finds himself in a fierce battle against a group of mutant vampires who seem to commit global genocide of both vampire and human races. Blade and his human allies are co-grouped and joining forces with special elite. So basically, these vampires that he's been fighting, he's got to team up with his enemies. These vampires who, you have these things called the Reapers that they don't get affected the way pirates do, the way they do, vampires, how do you kill vampires again? They don't really get affected by sunlight that much. Well, yeah, they do get affected by sunlight, or by steak or garlic, So basically Blade's enemies want him to team up with them so they can stop the Reapers, but there'll be spoilers in this review. Yes, and Blade has to work with them, team up with them, and of course stop these Reapers from wreaking havoc and probably, take over the world basically. But there's more to the plot than there's a bit more to the story, but like I said, there are spoilers. So if you have not seen Blade 2, do not watch this review, turn it off right now, because there are spoilers in this video. So if you've never seen Blade 2 in your life, don't watch this video. Don't spoil it for yourself, okay? And alright, you were warned. I did spoil some of it, we didn't get some of it, but we'll get more into Blade 2, okay? Talk about the movie itself. Well, anyway, the movie opens up with Novak, who is a Reaper, if you want to call him that, I guess. And he's going to get blood or something, get blood done. But these are vampires, really, that are, are killing human beings. I guess they could say that you can get blood work done. But instead, the vampires are sucking your blood. And at first, Novak's laughing. He's like, you can't get me. Novak comes alive, you see the Reaper. And the makeup is really well done, in my opinion, in this movie. So Novak attacks like vampires. And bites. Yeah. But then we meet on the Blade. I guess the movie took place in 1999. Well, 2 years after the events of the first movie, you see Blade do narration saying that his name is Blade, that he's half human, half vampire, that he's they call him the Daywalker. He has all the strength and none of the weaknesses, but unfortunately he's got their bloodlust for their thirst for blood. And Blade like in the first movie, he still has to do like an injection or give himself a shot to stop him from going full vampire, to keep him under control, And Blade's world for him, it's black and white. He's like, forget the word you think you know. It's just not real. Vampires exist, And I love the opening where Blade is searching, but he's fighting these vampires, he's trying to locate, he's talking about Whistler, who he had to kill, and he's trying to, Whisper is apparently alive. He's like in a tub or something like that, and a tub of water, that they're keeping him alive, so Blade's trying to find him. But when Blade's chasing after these vampires, he jumps up the sky on the ceiling, gets down, shoots these vampires, and he shoots one of them, the guy's named Rush, he sticks it in there. They try to kill him, but Blade shoots him. Good CGI too, Blade shoots him, and I like when Blade, is able to use some of his weapons, which is real cool. Or ride a motorcycle, or jump on a motorcycle and cut one's head off, and I like when Blade, does that literally to one and to a vampire, chases the vampire, gets Rush, and gets Rush to take him over to him, and thanks to using Rush, he tells him, thanks, like, go away, and I forget you. But he's like, I'll kill you later. So Blade attacks these guys. He gets into a fight, some good martial arts. You can see, Wesley Snipes do his martial artist stuff, which is, really cool. I thought it was, really awesome. He's like, oh man, and he gets his blade, gets his knife up, sort of, cuts him off. He's like, what have you been doing? And he has a title which is like, you meet this kid named Scud, the guy from Walking Dead, who has been working with Blade. He's been like building his weapons for him, kind of replaced Whistler. He replaced him. It was a vampire safe house. He gives an antivirus vampire serum. It does revert him back to human. He's like, you human again, and he's like, well, you think you son of a bitch, That does no more self. There's this Reaper artist that has gone through the vampire community. Anyway, Blade, and not Blade, but Whistler talks to Scud and says, about this about this course, like, you screwed up my work. That dude's like, your work, oh man, I'm done, and they're about to fight, about to get into their argument, they're fussing at each other before anything happened. Someone passes the security system, it's these vampires that hide in the dark. Whistler grabs a weapon, scares herself, so he punches Scud out just to get him away. And one of the vampires punches him and Blade has a sword fight with the vampire. Yeah, but these Reapers are a mutation of vampires. They're immune to all vampire weaknesses. And they also turn vampires into Reapers too. But, he's fighting, having to sword fight one of them, and it's Nessa. And so, as it said, A says something, Alex says something like, stop, we want to team up with you. And it's like, and Blade's like, okay. But Blade is interested. He knows they're probably going to trick him. Blade's not an idiot. I do like seeing that. Blade is smart. Blade's not a moron. He's really smart. He's prepared if they, and this is not personal Blade. Blade's got all these gold weapons he shows. He's like, sure, would be, And Blade's prepared. He's like, well, in case something happens, he's got in his jacket. He's prepared. But he goes to Eli, who's the vampire lord. And they have a familiar lawyer, Carl. And they thank him for killing Deacon Frost in the first movie. And they tell him that what these Reapers are doing, that they're attacking them. Eventually, when they're done with us, they're going to attack your precious human. So Eli says, we need to work together. I forgot to mention, I'll go over my reviews, but you do see a scene where Novak attacks a human, thinking that he wants to get drugs. And Nova's like, no, I want you. Bites him, kills the guy. Their mouth like open. Yes, a little bit. But I like the whole Reapers idea in here. It's a different breed of vampire. Even worse. And I like that, it feels much like a darker movie. Hell, I'll probably even like Blade 2 more than the first one. This is probably my favorite Blade movie. But anyway, they tell Blade, about this, and Blade's like, you want me to kill him for you? Well, we need your help. We should just team up. We call the team called the Blood Pack. They've been, Blood Pack, right? Yeah, Blood Pack, the Blood Pack. And that they've been training for like 2 years to murder him. But apparently that doesn't, like Blade's like this, and then him, Scudder, and Whistler like, what do you think, Blade? Like, I think they'll fuck us over the next chance they get. Blade doesn't trust them, of course, but having no choice, Blade tells Whistler later in the movie, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. And then, Blade eventually goes to meet, Nessa taking him to go meet the Blood Pack on Perlman. His character, Brett Reinhardt, I think his name is Brett Reinhardt. He goes to Blade. He doesn't like Blade, has a grudge against him, doesn't like him, because they've been wanting to kill him for years. Just never been able to do it. But Blade's like, he goes to Blade's like this, do I make you blush? And they're laughing. And Blade's like, wow, you're excited to me, we're just getting excited. And, he's like, okay, you mess with me. Blade's got this little sticker, this little vial. He's like, see this? You see this? Because it's punched him, which is awesome. He tries to attack Blade. Blade makes him mad, tries to attack Blade. Puts a bomb in his head. He's like this. Now, if you try to miss me or give me a wrong look, I'll blow your head off. You got it? He's like, from now on, we're going to work as a team, as a group. Got that? It's Reinhardt, Choppa, I can't say that, Snowman literally pulled over Lighthammer and Priest. And Blade's advice is that, or we go where they hunt, which is parties, vampires, blood, So they go into this night, this forget about vampires so that they can kill humans. But they sneak in here, they're in this party, it's this nightclub, and, Reinhardt tries to get one from and tries to get smart with snipes, tries to point a gun at him, laser, and Blade's like, I got you. They try to mess with, Whistler, say some stuff to him. Whistler gets smart with him back. Because Whistler gives him this weapon, this blue overlight that can affect them, the Reapers. And he says, you better keep your dog on a chain. Blade says to him, and Blade's like, watch it. I still got a bomb in your head. And Blade teases him later, by pointing at him, like, I got you. So they start seeing vampires, the team start fighting them. Snowman has a sword fight. Lighthammer fights one of them. Sorry, watch. But you can't kill it by stabbing or whatever they try. Lighthammer tries that. But the vampire bites them. And when they open their mouth, there's like a poison in the tongue when they bite you. And they don't know if a Lighthammer gets infected. Like I said, Snowman has a fight. Vince from Fast and Furious, shoots one, was like, don't wait, Blake was like, motherfucker. He starts shooting him. Laura Parman, shooting at them. Blade is fighting them too, and Nessa as they're hunting them down. Nobody arrives and holds down Nessa hostage. And he's like, come on, Blade, we're just like, Blade and Novak eventually fight. And he's just as strong as Blade. Which is cool, though he's not really infected by sunlight like Blade is. He's almost stronger. He's like, come on, Blade, we're the same. And they fight, which I thought was really cool. Nobody gets burned by the Blade sword. Then you have the character Priest, who gets killed. Well, he's freaked out, but he's about to turn into a Reaper. So Blade, shoots the sunlight, blue sunlight, and kills him. Whistler ends up doing his post. Scott accidentally, barely survives a Reaper attack. He uses the UV lights to scare them off or to kill one of them. And he knew he gets attacked. But they can't, they take one of the Reapers that they fought and they test on them. Instead of blood, they make Scott do it. And she makes Scott open the mouth, and Scott is scared. But they search in the blood, the tongue, saying that's poison, that they die differently. They're still vulnerable to sunlight, though. So Blade comes right in, they're going to have to go catch them in sunlight. Blade says, well, we ain't got no choice. Again, Blade is a day walker, so he can walk in daylight, but they're vampires, they can't. It's like, Blade, how are we going to do that? Blade asks you a question, how are we going to do that? Assad asks him, how are they going to do that? But Blade says, well, we got to get them when they're vulnerable. We got to kill them all when they're invulnerable. Right now, daylight's our best option right now. So they pretty much go into the sewers. they create for the team the UV projectors for the team. Like those like projectors, like kind of almost like giant grenades. They go to the sewer at dawn. They place the entire blood pack at risk. Lighthammer eventually succumbs to his infection, tries to attack his girlfriend, but she knows that she's going to die. She's only going to rape her, so she goes up to the sewer, opens the sewer door, the sewer's pothole opens it up, and they get killed by the sunlight. Yeah, Snowman gets killed. Oh, the manhole cover, yeah, that's what you call it. Chuck turns to Wilson and attacks him. What was one for him? I was like, I'll leave you two alone. But, before he can try to eventually kill Wilson, look at that, but eventually the Reapers show up and eat him viciously, kill him. Acid gets ambushed, so does Nasa. Acid gets attacked, and killed. And Blade, is fighting with them, from the sword fight, which is cool. Is able to use it's like blue lights popping up when they use the UV, generators blow up, killing them. And then, like when Blade 2 says, you have no idea who you're fucking with. Pow, blows them up. Just, has like a bag of them. And this is fighting too. And it works and it blows all of them up, kills all of them. What's the spoilers in this review? Spoilers in this review. Not Reaper. Nova, shows this ring, doesn't kill Whistler, just tells him a secret, which we'll find out a little later. Tells him about what's up, that you're being lied to. Tells him that they're being manipulated. Reinhardt lives, just gets, a little sunburn. Blade saves Nessa, he ends up cutting himself with his sword. She's about to die, so he saves her life twice. But he's betrayed by Damascus, by Eli, and his people, who steal him and, Ron Perlman kicks him in the face. After the betrayal, he reveals that he, like a spoiler, they betrayed us, they took all our weapons and stuff. Like, what is this all about? And he found out that he created that Eli actually created the Reaper virus. He wanted to create a new race of vampire based on Blade, and that Novak was simply a failed experiment. So that basically Novak is his spoiler. Novak is his son. Like I said, he wants to create for his legacy because he's an older vampire about ready to die. So he wants to create a new race of vampire so that they'll be Daredevils. They'll be like gods almost, so that they can't die. That they'll be able to take over the world basically. They just need a Blade. He was using Blade to kill his own son, and even risking the Blood Pack's lives. He didn't care about them. He just cared about his legacy. And even willing to risk Nessa's life, trying to kill her. She goes to her father to hug him, and he tells him that with the new vampire, he'll leave a great legacy behind, and that eventually they'll be walking during the day and kill as many people as they want. They'll kind of like. And that he's thinking the way Deacon Frost did, even if Frost wanted to wake a blood guy. He just wants to, figure create enough vampires that they'll walk around as gods and be invincible, He just wanted to use his son, he just used his son, and, which nobody wants revenge against his father because his father did this to him. So, Nova is disappointing, realizing that her father was using her. Like, Father, you used me. That was wrong. She was like, you used me. You drive her like this. A worse sacrifice willing to make. Right then you find out that Scud. Spoiler, Scud is a familiar. A familiar is somebody who is loyal to a vampire, or somebody who wants to be a vampire, or basically works for a vampire. they really feel like their pet instead of their food. But Blade's able to turn the table and he's like, I know about your betrayal. And by the way, that bomb you have, it's not fake. And he blows it, and so he's like, oh shit, and he blows up and dies. Yeah. And I like when Whistler's says, damn, I was starting to like that kid. Because him and Whistler started getting along. Whistler told Scott a little earlier about his history of Blade. I believe not talking about that he knew Blade when he was a kid. Tried to get him to help control his thirst for blood. But he knew it, which I like though, that it shows that Blade is smart and cunning. They want to learn how to get Blade's ability, so they cut these things into his blood to get his blood samples. Whistler's able to escape from to escape, he kills the lawyer, shoots him dead. Blade, was weak from what happening, so he needs blood to at least go stronger, so he comes in this blood pool and gets strong back, and he regains enough strength and kills Bernhardt. He splits him in half, being able to cuts him in half, which is cool. Nissa and her fellow tend to escape. But Nissa lost his over betraying her father, knowing that way, she's angry what he did, so because nobody found out where the place is at. Nobody tries to mess into his private hell block. Kills him. He's like, father. He's like, come on, son, we can talk about this. Then he bites him and he kills his father. Kills Eli. He infects her with the blood by drinking her blood. Blade confronts Novak. Throws a sword and he's like, ah! And they have a badass fight. Blade breaks his arm, but he's able to. It's really an awesome fight. It's a much longer fight. In my opinion, a much better fight than he had on Deacon Frost. I mean, that fight was cool, but I thought that fight didn't last very long with Deacon Frost. This one was different, and he's fighting a bigger, kind of a stronger vampire, But eventually he's able to defeat Snowback, cutting him and over, Novak, stabs himself. He commits suicide by ending his suffering. And I'll admit, I did feel sorry for Novak. That it wasn't really him the villain of this movie, it was his father. His father I think it was not Nissa. They're both vampires, but they're not evil vampires, I guess not. But even though they try to kill Blade, I don't trust Blade. See Blade as their enemy. But I don't think they were murderers or killers. Maybe they were. They're vampires, but maybe they weren't bad. Maybe all vampires are not bad, but maybe they weren't. But I really did feel sad for him. I felt sympathy for him, And it's a rare thing to feel bad for a villain. Sometimes, sometimes there's villains that you feel bad for. But I did feel bad for Novak. I would say he's more of a secondary antagonist, but one I can sympathize for because his father created him this way to just use him for the vampire race, just sacrifice him. That he didn't ask for this, but he wanted to end his own suffering. He didn't want to be like this. Nissa's dying, and I thought that was sad. She's like, I want to see the sun. So Blade sees the sun, and she evaporates slowly. Before she can fully change into Reaper, she dies, but kind of looking at Blade and touching him and a warm goodbye. That was sad. Again, I felt bad for Nissa and Novak, as they were both betrayed by their father and just used as pawns by him. I did feel sorry for them. And it seems like Blade did too. But the first movie ends in Russia. This one ends in London. We come to the ending of the movie with Blade being in London. and seeing Rush, who is, who is at a place where you can go both see girls or whatever, and he's like, "Did you miss me?" And he says, "Did you miss me?" Stabs him in the head. Do you think I forget about shooting Blade? Stabs him in the head, kills him, and the movie ends there. And that's Blade 2. Sorry if I compared this. It was my probably third time watching this. Yeah. But this is an awesome sequel in my opinion. But let me, before I get my phone open on Blade 2, let me read some quotes. Yeah. You're human? Barely. I'm a lawyer. It's good. So B-Man, what do you think? Sounds like a plan. What do you really think? They're going to focus the first chance they get. You obviously do not know who you're fucking with. Well, what my daddy said right before he killed my mom. Want anything done right, you gotta do it yourself. He also said, you can blush. Can you blush? Better get you some sunscreen. Buttercup. Listen, shit, kicker. You're about one cunt hair away from hillbilly heaven. I love it when you talk dirty. He's just hilarious in this movie. It's awesome to see Whistler back from the dead, too. Scott, lock up your daughters, boys and girls. The Dark Knight returns. No, man. Is the enemy my enemy my friend or my enemy? Hey, me and the gang were wondering, what was that? Can you blush? Oh, I get it. I see how you've been training for 2 years to take me out. And now here I am. Woo! So exciting. So excited, isn't it? But it says, we aren't trying to attract him and not scare him off. Yeah, well, some of us can't see in the dark, you fucking nipplehead. What am I supposed to do? Bifocals, Grandpa. Try to keep up. Tell me something. How's the weather up there, sweetheart? How's the weather up there, sweetheart? Well, we're on sunshine, toad boy. It's good. I don't know, maybe I fucked up. Maybe you were right. Alright, Pop. And this movie is... Papa's got a brand new... Alright, Papa's got a brand new back. Again, this movie is rated R. Yes, it is a Marvel movie, but it is not for children. Not every comic book movie is for children. This is not. This movie is rated R. You do have just, language. Yeah, you got language, you got violence, some sexual content here, you got vampires killing people. Yeah, Reapers are very scary. Reapers are parts scary. This movie parts scary kids. It would. And it's not just a superhero movie, but it's also a bit of a horror movie too, so it's not for kids. Not every superhero movie is for kids. I hate when people say that. I'm like, somebody says that on Facebook or YouTube and I read a comment, somebody saying that, I'm like, have you seen Blade 1 or 2? You heard Q-Ball. Scott says, right, pretty soon they're all going to be daywalkers, man. When it happens, I'd rather be a pet than the cow. It has been said, be proud of your enemy and enjoy your success. And he says, in that regard, I should thank you for what? Eliminating Deacon Frost, you did us a favor. Let me ask one question. How the hell we're going to find these Reapers? We won't have to, they'll come to us. What is this shit? Pheromones. Help us from the Reapers' plans. They're going to key to it. They want us to spray on some puppies, nut juice. How do you feel? Like Hammerhead shit. I was just starting to like him. Well, didn't you think I forgot about you? Did you? Let's go. You won't pass one for us. No way. Like I give a shit. No, he's right. Why don't you post it on the roof over there? Cover our backs, so the blowback's calling the shots now. I agree. Better cover the dog over yours, or we'll do it for you. And then play with the bomb. Arms of all like this. He's like, keep pushing, asshole. Keep pushing, asshole. Let me get hooked up? Maybe. What do you have? No problem, horse. Alright, horse, whatever you need. Whatever I need, I'll take that. What if I need you when I tax them? If there's anything left you need there, Whistler, listen up. In the morning, those blinds are going to open, whether you're cured or not. What do you think God really favors in the world? The spider or the fly? Well, God. It would be so easy. He's got you. What are you looking for? Power flash. If I can assist the light source, maybe I can make some sort of USB flash thing in there or something. They tried already. Yeah, but you didn't have the sculpture working on the head now, did you? No, you're not coming? No, I'm a lover, not a fighter. They needed my help to bring you here to control Novak. They all fuck. He was always just a bait. I mean, look at him. He's your really own weakness, man. You may be fast, you may be strong, and all that other bullshit. But in the end, you're just too human. Well, you little shit. You know, and then he punches Wilson in the face again. You think they scooped out my security system? I let them in, asshole. Now you got an explosive box to strike the bed of your behead. Play along for now. Let's lay some deeper, then we'll get even. Then deeper, then we'll ever been. Get a chance to see how the world really ticks. I had enough of the world. They're just shitting bricks just because they're no longer top of the food chain. You want to buy me? Well, come on, motherfucker. Nobody goes cold turkey from the thirst in just one night. How do you hook up? I was packing. They torture me to death. Alright, well, I'm going to stop reading quotes. Well, that's quotes from Blade 2. I think I forgot to mention about the creepers is they have to keep on feeding and feeding. Oh, it's getting dark already. Anyway, guys, to give my final... Okay, I want to leave that one. Sorry. I'm going to give my final opinion on Blade 2. Is Blade 2. I love this movie. This is an awesome sequel in my opinion. Great sequel. Fun movie. I like the story. What do I like about it? I love the story. I love seeing Blade team up with the vampires and then them betraying him. You have the Reapers in here. And I like the plot twist. The plot twist really works with the leader, Eli. You know, the vampire wanting to continue the legacy of creating a new race of vampires, but just by using Blade. You know, it is plus pounding, yes. Non-stop action, yeah. And when the action's there, action is awesome. The cast is really good. I love Wesley Snipes as Blade. He is Blade. I do agree with David S. Goyer and director Glenn Turo about this. Yeah, Wesley Snipes is Blade. I know Marvel's gonna make a new Blade, but I'm sorry, you can't really top Wesley Snipes. I know Wesley Snipes might be a person with an ego, a bit of a jerk in real life. I don't know that. I never met Wesley Snipes. Am I calling him a jerk? Maybe he is. Well, I know he went to prison because he didn't pay taxes, but anyway, you know. But still, he is an awesome Blade. And Blade really is the reason we got a lot of, if you think about it, Blade, because of this, and these movies, these are the MCU, Marvel movies, we wouldn't have had the MCU, you know. That would have really never happened if Blade 1998 came out in 1998, Blade fell, the movie was awful, if it flopped completely, you probably would have never had any more Marvel movies. Maybe the MCU would never would have happened. You know. So, it is really thanks to Blade. You know, that started it all. And this is an awesome sequel, this is underrated. I don't get why it gets hate. But again, I love the cast. I think the cast, Ron Perlman, I think does a great job. Christoph Gibson coming back is good. Norman Reedus, Luke Goss does good as Novak. And the girl who plays Nessa. Beautiful actress, she did a great job. Fell for her character. You know, I like the main villain, that is Eli himself, the villain, Vampire Lord. But I did feel bad for Novak and Nessa. Like I said, I felt sad for I felt sympathy for their deaths. You know, that they were just more like pawns. You know, the father was just using them, didn't care about them, didn't love them, just was using them. He wanted to sacrifice his own children, you know, for his vampire race, you know. But Blade is still a badass. He still kicks ass. Yeah, you can say Blade gets tripped, but you know what? He comes back on top. He, you know, with the help of Will Smith, but you know what? He ends up killing Ron Perlman like a badass. And you want to see Blade take his revenge, and he does. You know. Hey, you know, the action, the ending fight with him and Novak is real cool. Guillermo del Toro makes this feel like a straight up horror movie. I like the whole thing with the Reapers. It's different. It's totally different than the first movie, which is a sequel needs to do. It's different. People will complain, well, what is teaming with the vampire? And that is interesting, in my opinion. Him teaming up with vampires. That's interesting. You know, like I said, keep your friends close, but your enemies close. This movie is definitely proof of that. You know. But David S. Goyer, I don't like Blade Trinity. You know, I don't think he's a good director, but at least he's just the writer here, and he wrote a good script, I think. Cinematography is nice, the action is good, the editing is good. Yeah. You know. It's 117 minutes, about 157 minutes long. You know, I will say I did have some issues with the pacing, just a little bit. As, you know, the fights in the sewers and the nightclubs. Felt like they go on for a little bit, you know. It slows the pacing of the movie a little bit, you know. But I like the way he teamed up with a blood pack of vampires that are his enemies, basically, that he's helping. And some of the CGI shots, some of the scenes, the action scenes, there are CGI shots in there, which I think haven't aged well. They do look dated, but it's not like terrible looking. But when the vampires die, when they get killed, or when the nobles get killed, the CGI is pretty good, I think, in my opinion. When the blue shot comes up, I don't think it looks good, in my personal opinion. The music was good. I love the soundtrack in the movie. The editing, the action scenes are good. It's got a really good story, in my opinion. Yeah. But Blade 2 never bored me. I thought, some of the pacing, because I did have issues with the pacing a little bit, and the CGI was, but I thought the story was interesting. It kept me enough for watching. It's really an awesome movie. Blade 2 is awesome. So I definitely recommend it. If you're a horror fan, or a fan of superhero movies, Marvel films, or if you're a horror fan, a fan of horror movies, then definitely check out Blade 2. I highly recommend it. Great cast, really good story. Such an underrated sequel in my opinion. I'm just curious to see what critics say about it. The film was nominated for Best Horror Film and Best Makeup. But who cares about that? I don't care. It's still a good movie. I guess it was considered to be a bad time to be released, I guess. But despite that, the film became the highest grossing film of the Blade series, making it hit $180 million in States and $150 million worldwide. $55 million worldwide. So it did very well. Blade 2 made money, $54 million. The budget was $54 million, and the box office made $155 million. So it was successful at the box office. And it still made more money than Blade Trinity. But Blade 2, I don't know what to say about it, that it's such an underrated sequel. Love Blade 2. Definitely an awesome movie. So underrated in my opinion. This is my favorite Blade movie. Say right now, my favorite Blade movie. Awesome movie. My rating for this film, I'm going to give it 4 to 5 stars. My rating for Blade 2, I'm going to give 4 to 5 stars and a thumbs up. So tell me in the comments down below, what do you think of Blade 2 in your opinion? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Just so exciting. No, I'm kidding. Sorry. But Blade 2. So guys, tell me in the comments down below. Like I said, this is a special edition. This is the disc 2 version. If you want to watch, if you get this DVD, I bought this at a Goodwill. So if you live next to a Goodwill and you want to see Blade 2, definitely get this sequel. I highly recommend it. If you love Marvel movies, this definitely one to get. Definitely an underrated sequel in my opinion. So guys, tell me in the comments down below. Again, my rating for the film is 4 to 5. My rating for Blade 2 is 4 to 5 stars and a thumbs up. So guys, tell me in the comments down below, in your opinion, what do you think of Blade 2? Do you like it? Do you hate it? What do you think of it, in your opinion? And if you don't like it, tell me why. Or if you do love it, tell me why. Do you agree with me that it's an awesome sequel, underrated sequel, or do you disagree with me? Let me know in the comments down below. Now guys, I'm going to be talking, next I'm going to talk about some of the Spider-Man, the 90s cartoon. Before I read the 2002, do a review on the Spider-Man 2002 movie, I'm going to talk about the 90s cartoon and the 90s, the 1994 animated series Spider-Man, and the 60s, a little bit of the 60s show too. Starting with it's 3 cartoons. 3 of them I have on DVD. They're split into episodes, but this one is gonna be first. And this is part of my childhood for Spider-Man. Anyway, go ahead and show you guys. It's just 3 DVDs here, but these are like mixing the episodes from some of the seasons, and this one for me was part of my childhood. This show is what got me into Spider-Man. And again, another Marvel review coming up, but this time for a Marvel animated series. Some episodes because this series is not on DVD, but I will be reviewing Spider-Man, the Ultimate Villain Showdown. This is next. Used to have this on VHS. This is what got me into Spider-Man. This is the first thing I ever saw of Spider-Man. Way before the movie. I mean, the movie came out when I got into Spider-Man, but that was way before the film was released. So this is the version of Spider-Man I grew up with, and this is always the version I grew up with, the 90s version. This is the best Spider-Man. Anyway, we'll get into that later. I'm sorry, I'm swinging into it too fast. I'm sorry. But Spider-Man: The Ultimate Villain Showdown, featuring villains like Green Goblin, Kingpin, and Dr. Octopus, Doc Ock. So you see more of that. So next, I'll be talking about some of the Spider-Man 90s version. I have 3 DVDs of them. We'll get 2 on there. But this is going to be next to be the Spider-Man Ultimate Villain Showdown review. So stay tuned for that, guys. Spider-Man: The Ultimate Villain Showdown. And let me know in the comments down below what you think of Blade 2. Stay tuned for some more Marvel stuff, as we continue with the 2000 superhero version. I just want to review these before the 90s, talk about the 90s Spider-Man cartoon, a bit of the 60s Spider-Man cartoon, before I get to do a review of the original 3 movies, from Spider-Man from 2002 starring Tobey Maguire. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. My rating for Blade 2 again is 4 to 5 stars and a thumbs up. Tell me in the comments down below what you think of this movie. Good to be back on YouTube, guys. Hope I do this more. I'm sorry. Sometimes the weekends get busy, and I'm busy with work and other stuff in life sometimes. But I'm still on YouTube. Thank you guys for watching. Every time I see new subscribers or people with the views, you guys want to keep me going. But I love doing this. Love reviewing movies. It's what I do. And I think I'm pretty good at it, if you ask me. But that's just what I think. I think I am. But guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and tell your friends and family about my YouTube channel. Share my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.